What's up, guys? Luke here from Luke's Points and Miles, and on this channel we talk about credit cards and how we can use them for our benefit. We talk about personal finance, travel, and real estate investing. If those are things that you might be interested in, please consider subscribing, and if you get any value at all out of this video, please hit the like button. Guys, it's May and travel season is quickly approaching, and it does seem as if travel is coming back in 2021. Today I want to talk about a few travel cards. Now, we have done a video in the past how to travel the world on Delta for almost free. So I wanted to take the opportunity to go over some of the American Express co-branded Delta cards. Now, American Express did just run promotional offers on the Delta cards with some fairly high bonus offers. If you missed those, tune into this video and be ready for when these offers come back around. If you're not super concerned about catching the highest offer possible, maybe you can find a card in here that will suit your travel needs. Guys, today we're going to go over 4 American Express co-branded Delta cards. Now, the general consensus does consider Delta our best domestic product right now. And I will tell you who these cards are good for and maybe who should consider them. And I also have a special bonus secret offer for one of these Delta cards at the end. So if you stick around, you'll see a pretty good offer at the end of this video. Okay, guys, the first card is the American Express Delta Blue, the Delta SkyMiles Blue. It is an entry-level card. It has no annual fee. It does not have a lot of perks, and this card is probably good for someone who is just getting started in the points and miles game, or just getting started with American Express, and someone who isn't comfortable carrying an annual fee on their cards just yet. What does the card offer? Well, like I said, it's a no annual fee card, but it does have a bonus offer. The bonus offer right now is 10,000 SkyMiles for only a $500 spend in the first 3 months of holding the card. Not a bad little offer. What does the card earn? The card earns 2 times points on dining, 2 times points on Delta purchases, and 1 point on everything else. Again, it's a starter card, it's an entry-level card. It does have some double points, nothing really big here. The card offers no foreign transaction fees. So if you're going overseas or out of the country, you can take this one with you. However, we always recommend bringing a Visa or a MasterCard because American Express is still not as widely accepted as those 2 products. The card will give you 20% back for in-flight purchases, and this will come as a statement credit. So flights are starting to offer drink services and meals and things like that now. So if you get some extra food, some extra drinks on the plane, you will get 20% back in the form of a statement credit. Not a bad deal for a no annual fee card. The card gives a few benefits that most American Express cards give. The card has car rental loss and damage insurance. It has purchase protection, and it provides an extended warranty on products purchased with this card. As a rule, we're not generally going to recommend this card because this is a channel about optimizing our credit cards and our points and miles. And this is not really a card that can be optimized. However, like I said earlier, this is a pretty good card for a entry-level person, but it's also a good card to downgrade to. If you end up choosing one of these higher annual fee cards and something happens and you're not going to be flying Delta anymore, you can always change that card to the SkyMiles Blue to keep your credit line intact and to not have that annual fee. So the Delta SkyMiles Blue is the very basic entry-level card. Let's continue on to some of the better products. Okay, moving on, we have the Delta SkyMiles Gold. And this is a fairly popular product. A good compromise between the no annual fee card and some of the higher annual fee cards. So what does the SkyMiles Gold offer? Well, right now the SkyMiles Gold is offering a 40,000 SkyMiles bonus for only $1,000 spend in 3 months. That is coupled with a $50 statement credit for dining purchases. Not bad. What does the card earn? The card earns 2 times SkyMiles in dining, and that includes takeout. 2 times SkyMiles for grocery stores and US supermarkets. 2 times SkyMiles for Delta purchases, and 1 time SkyMiles on everything else. So some decent categories. if you don't have other cards that you use for those categories. But for the most part, these other additional benefits are probably what we're going to get the card for. The card gives you your first check bag free. And from what I understand, Delta normally charges $30 each way for a check bag. So depending if you do check bags, this is a very valuable benefit. The card comes with priority boarding, and I will tell you firsthand, this is one of my favorite benefits when flying. Not because I want to jump on the plane before everyone else. I do have a carry-on item, and some smaller flights, the plane will run out of carry-on space and they will gate check your bag. Now, gate checking bags, I've had some terrible experiences where somehow my bag disappears from that gate and no one has any idea where it is. Currently working with American Airlines to find a car seat that disappeared. I digress. The card does have a $99 annual fee, but that $99 annual fee is waived in the first year. So your first year, it's going to be no annual fee. You're going to get 40,000 SkyMiles plus a $50 statement credit. Not a bad deal on a first year card. What else does the card offer? Well, if you spend $10,000 in a calendar year, the card will offer a $100 Delta flight credit. Depending on how much you fly, that might be a good benefit. You will have to run your own numbers for that. This card also has no foreign transaction fees. It does offer the 20% cash back in-flight purchases. This card and all the cards we talk about today will have the car rental loss and damage insurance. They will all have the purchase protection and the extended warranty. So as a general review, guys, this card for a small annual fee generally mimics a low-level status with Delta. Free check bag, priority boarding, you will get some bonus SkyMiles, and you will have a vehicle to earn some additional SkyMiles with the bonus categories. So in my opinion, pretty good card. I would say this is a card for somebody who takes a couple trips a year, up to 4 or 5 trips a year, and uses mostly Delta flights. But again, I think this is closer to an entry-level card. Let's get into some of the more valuable cards. Okay guys, next we have the American Express Delta SkyMiles Platinum card. Not the Platinum card, but the Delta SkyMiles Platinum card. And I think this is where we kind of transition to cards for people who travel a lot. And cards for people who travel a lot on Delta. First thing about this card, let's get it out of the way. It has a $250 annual fee, and that fee is not waived in the first year. So right off the rip, it costs $250. So what do we get for that? Well, the bonus right now is 50,000 SkyMiles and 5,000 MQMs. Now in this video, we are not going to go over MQMs, MQDs, and segments for Delta status. We will do a video in the future just on Delta status, but if you want to learn more about Delta status, please go to delta.com. It is not all that simple, and it does take a little while to read through it and understand how you acquire status with airlines. But to simplify this, MQMs are medallion qualifying miles, and to gain status with Delta, you have to accumulate a certain amount of miles. So what this card does is it gives you 5,000 miles towards your status. This is not miles you can use to redeem for flights. It's just based on your status. So to recap, kind of got off a little bit there. 50,000 SkyMiles plus 5,000 MQMs and a $100 statement credit for dining. And that is for only spending $2,000 in 3 months. That's a pretty good bonus. What does the card earn? The card, this is going to be a little bit better earner in my opinion than the last two. The card is going to earn 3 times SkyMiles for Delta purchases, 3 times SkyMiles for purchases with hotels. I think it's an interesting category. I think it's a pretty good category. 2 times SkyMiles for dining, 2 times SkyMiles for groceries at US supermarkets, and 1 times SkyMiles for everything else. Not bad earning categories. Of the American Express Delta co-branded cards, this does have the best earning categories. So this card also comes with a real superpower, not just a very mild superpower. This card comes with a companion certificate. This companion certificate is good for domestic main cabin. Like I said, this is going to be a step up from the gold. This is for people who travel Delta quite a bit. So domestic main cabin, and it works out like this. You still have to pay the taxes up to $75. I took a minute to price out a ticket that I would purchase. My wife and I really want to go to LA this year or early next year. And I priced out Columbus to LAX at the end of June would be $696.40. I pay the $75 in taxes, and I've just received a companion certificate for net value of $621.40. So with that ticket purchased, that more than covers the $250 annual fee. But this companion certificate kicks in after you renew the card. So in your first year, you won't get this companion certificate. The second year and beyond, you will get it. But I think it's a good value. $621 for paying a $250 annual fee. But this card does have a few other benefits. The first check bag is free. Could save you plenty of money. Priority boarding, we talked about that earlier. If you don't check your bags and you only have carry-ons, sometimes that carry-on space goes dry and you have to gate check, and no one wants to gate check their stuff. This card also comes with a TSA pre-check / global entry credit of up to $100. If you don't have TSA pre-check, I highly recommend getting that somehow. Whether you pay for it or you get a card with the credit, TSA pre-check is well worth the cash, well worth the money, well worth it however you can get it. This card also grants you Delta Sky Club access, kind of. It can grant you Delta Sky Club access for $39. In my opinion, that's not a great benefit. I don't believe I would pay $39 to enter a Delta Sky Club. Your mileage may vary. The card also comes with a lot of spend-based bonuses towards Delta status. But just know that this card offers mobility towards that status. So the last card we'll go over today, guys, is the big dog, the big premium Delta Airline American Express co-branded card, and it is the Delta SkyMile Reserve. When I first looked at this card, I didn't like anything about it, and the more I travel and the more I seem to get into this game, the more I'm actually looking at this card, and I think it could benefit a lot of people. Now, this card is generally for people who travel a lot, and it's for people who travel Delta a lot. The card does have a premium annual fee of $550, and if that seems like a lot, it sure is. But with the recent news and rumors of American Express changing the Platinum card to more of a lifestyle card, that's when I think this card maybe makes a little more sense. We'll talk about it. The bonus for this card right now is 50,000 SkyMiles and 10,000 MQMs. So it will get you quite a bit closer to that next level of status. And honestly speaking, if you are not someone who has status with Delta or is not interested in gaining status with Delta, then this just isn't the card for you. This is the card for people who are interested in status and want more status with Delta. The bonus also includes a $100 statement credit for dining, and this is for a $3,000 spend in 3 months. So just to recap that, 50,000 SkyMiles, 10,000 medallion qualifying miles, and $100 statement credit for dining. The points earnings, not good. 3 times on Delta purchases and 1 SkyMile for everything else. That's pretty bad. That's pretty terrible. We're going to have to focus on the benefits of this card and not the earnings bonuses. So this card comes with a lot of spending bonuses towards earning status. Again, I don't want to get too much into that because it starts getting a little complicated and a little long for this video. So if you want to learn more about status, just go to delta.com. and spend the afternoon reading that. The card comes with a medallion qualifying dollar waiver when you spend $25,000 in a calendar year with this card. Again, roughly translated, it has spend required bonuses towards status. So if status is your thing, and again, if you want this card, you will likely be interested in status. They want spend on the card. The card comes with Centurion Lounge access. Now, if you've watched any of my videos, you know I can't stress enough how important airport lounges are. They're phenomenal, they're remarkable, they change the way you travel. So to have Centurion Lounge access, pretty big deal, that's a great benefit. The card also gives you Delta Sky Club access. Again, lounge access is great, and Delta Sky Clubs are fairly great. Now, it gives you access, and it also gives you 2 one-time passes per year. To me, that boggles my mind how you would have a premium card and I can only get my wife into the lounge twice per year. Yeah, you know, maybe they missed the mark on that one. The superpower for this card. Now, this card also comes with a companion certificate, but it is good for up to first class cabin. Same trip we use as an example for the Platinum card. Columbus to LAX for my birthday was $1,028. Now you subtract the $75 I would spend or have to pay for taxes, and that's a $953 value. Now here's the question. Would my wife and I fly to LA in first class from Columbus? Normally, we might. In that case, that would completely pay for my annual fee. And since I don't get this companion certificate until I renew the card, that $953 would just about pay for the first 2 years of this card. I think it's a great value. I think it's a great value if you fly Delta. And if you're like me, I don't fly first class all the time, but there are times when I want to treat my wife to a first class flight. So I would use it. I would normally spend that type of money on a flight to LA. So for me, it would be worth it. First check bag is free. Priority boarding. So this card is going to be more for your premium traveler, and depending on how often you travel with Delta. And honestly, it's probably not going to be for the family traveler. You know, with the lounge passes and the access you have, you're not going to bring 2 kids with you unless you're paying for them. In which case things can get really expensive, and maybe that's not anything you worry about. But I think this card is really more suited for a constant traveler or someone who travels several times a year. Now, that kind of wraps it up with the 4 cards, but I did tell you there was a bonus offer that I saw for one of these cards. A couple days ago, I went on Google in incognito mode and looked for the sign-up bonus for this Delta SkyMiles Reserve, and I found a special offer. And this special offer was a bonus of 125,000 SkyMiles, 10,000 MQMs for $5,000 in spend in 3 months. That's a great offer. 125,000 SkyMiles for a $5,000 spend. If you can find those incognito offers, you can get a lot better sign-up bonuses. Just before I made this video, I went incognito a couple times, and there still are some 70,000 and 90,000 SkyMile bonuses on some of these cards. Some of the referral offers may be different also. And I've said before, to find the best bonus, that is your due diligence. We're just going over the other benefits. Obviously, all these sign-up bonuses are great, but the difference between 50,000 SkyMiles and 125,000 SkyMiles, it's a huge difference. Now guys, remember, American Express membership rewards points can also transfer to Delta SkyMiles. So how can we build up more American Express membership rewards points? Well, first off, you can sign up for a Rakuten account. If you use our referral link below, you'll get $25 cash back on your first purchase. Now with Rakuten, it's a cashback shopping portal, but you can elect to earn Amex membership reward points in lieu of cashback. Really good way to start jacking up your membership rewards bonus points. Certain times of the year, holidays, school clothes shopping, you can use Rakuten and just build up a huge amount of MR points. Also, if you're interested in getting any American Express cards, we do have referrals in the description. Anytime you use one of our referral links, the channel does benefit. One thing I want to ask everyone is comment below if you are a Delta SkyMiles member. How many Delta SkyMiles are you sitting on right now? And when do you plan to use them? Guys, if you stay to the end, I thank you. And if you are interested, we do have a video on how to accrue more Delta SkyMiles. Please see the channel for that video. Thanks, guys.